By the late 2000s, people were typing while walking, typing during meetings, and even typing under dinner tables. This intense cultural obsession earned the device a highly accurate nickname, the Crackberry. That addiction reached the absolute highest levels of global power. President Barack Obama relied so heavily on his device that he fought his own security detail to keep it after his inauguration. The hardware proved surprisingly useful for creative work, too. E.L. James drafted the entirety of her best-selling novel 50 Shades of Grey using only a physical BlackBerry keyboard. This chart tracks BlackBerry's global subscriber growth, showing a sharp, uninterrupted upward slope that peaks in 2011 at 85 million active users, establishing the company as the leader of mobile communication. Then, on January 4, 2022, the company quietly turned off its legacy servers. Overnight, millions of remaining classic devices lost their ability to send texts, make calls, or access the internet. They became dead plastic bricks. The most secure, ubiquitous communication tool on Earth engineered its own extinction. This happened because BlackBerry struggled to move past the exact features that originally made it successful. The original vision in 1999 was the interactive pager 950. RIM built this device to provide enterprise workers with constant, untethered connectivity. The defining physical advantage was the tactile QWERTY keyboard. It allowed users to bypass the slow multi-tap systems of early cell phones in favor of rapid thumb typing, combined with a physical track wheel for fast navigation. This schematic maps out their core software innovation, the BlackBerry Enterprise Server. Instead of forcing users to manually refresh and pull a server for data, this system automatically pushed incoming messages directly to the mobile device the second they arrived. Because it handled sensitive corporate data, that pipeline was protected by triple DES and advanced encryption standard protocols. This closed, heavily guarded loop made BlackBerry the default hardware choice for the U.S. Department of Defense and nearly every major financial institution. This security architecture was so impenetrable, it actually caused geopolitical friction. In 2010, the governments of Saudi Arabia and the UAE threatened to ban BlackBerry services because their state intelligence agencies were unable to decrypt the traffic. BlackBerry built a completely enclosed, highly secure utility ecosystem. Once a corporation installed the servers and handed out the devices, they were locked into the vendor. In the late 2000s, the introduction of iOS and Android redefined the mobile market. Phones transitioned from utilitarian productivity tools into open, glass-screen entertainment centers. The physical keyboard became a liability. Every millimeter of plastic buttons was space that couldn't be used for streaming video, playing games, or browsing full desktop websites. BlackBerry attempted a frantic catch-up maneuver in 2013. They launched the Z10, an all-touch device designed to compete directly against modern smartphones. The Z10 failed commercially. Sales missed targets so severely that later that same year, the company terminated roughly 4,500 employees, wiping out an estimated 40% of its operating staff. Even their legendary security began to crack. The 2013 mass surveillance disclosures revealed that the NSA and GCHQ successfully found backdoors to access user data, intercepting emails and SMS traffic despite BlackBerry's encrypted architecture. A closed, secure corporate email tool could not easily pivot its architecture into an open, consumer-driven app platform. The device's core design clashed with the new consumer demand. The final software capitulation arrived in 2015. BlackBerry completely abandoned its proprietary operating system and released the Priv, a slider phone running Google's Android. 1 year later, the parent company officially ceased designing its own mobile hardware, shifting entirely to a licensing model. They licensed the brand name to third-party manufacturers like TCL, who produced devices like the Key One, hoping physical keyboard nostalgia would drive a resurgence. Outsourcing the manufacturing couldn't stop the inevitable. By the end of 2016, BlackBerry's share of the global smartphone market had flatlined to 0%. Despite the hardware's highly publicized death, the company itself survives today under new executive leadership. They completely pivoted away from consumer phones, transforming back into a specialized cybersecurity and enterprise software provider. They successfully integrated their technology into the automotive industry. Today, BlackBerry provides the underlying security software for modern connected vehicles manufactured by companies like Ford and Jaguar. By returning to invisible, background security infrastructure, the company brought its business model completely full circle to its 1999 enterprise origins. BlackBerry built the perfect tool for a specific era, but when the environment shifted, that perfection became a cage, proving that in technology, mastering a specific environment is the fastest way to become trapped by it.